how did I learn to overcome my negative habits and negative emotions? Well, that's something I still work on. I'm human. But a lot of the things when it comes to that is having strategies. As I mentioned before with habits, strategies are ways that we gear our results. We have strategies for everything. Just think about this for a minute. When you brush your teeth, you probably use the same hand every time. When you put on your socks, when you put on your pant legs, you found a way that it works and you've taken that strategy. So your mind goes, aha, this works. This works. Your mind likes to keep things simple. So when it comes to things like confronting negative emotions or negative habits, the first thing is to become aware of it and want to change. Because you can become aware of it and know that, I know that habit's bad, but I don't really, who cares? I'll live my life the way I want it, and who cares about the consequences? There are people that are like that, and you know what, that's fine, that's their path. But what I've come to do for myself is sometimes, well, especially with negative emotions, I've learned to sit with them. I do exactly what I tell my clients to do. Because I'm not going to do something, or tell my clients to do something that I'm not going to do, because then they're not going to get the results, because I'm doing, it's this whole energetic thing, but I have to be doing what I'm telling people to do. And there's a couple different things depending on the emotion. So I'm very calm for the most part. I'm Canadian, I'm naturally friendly. It just, like Hawaiians, you know, it's just a natural thing that you're just, hey, happy-go-lucky. But I'm also very intense. I have, in the past, had such explosive, damaging property temper that I know that dragon. And that dragon's useful in certain circumstances. So when I experience something of a intense type of emotion, I actually had one the other day at the spa, at the spa of all places. So it depends. So say for example, okay, what I did the other day, just to show you what happens is, if I'm in a safe space that is away from harm, myself and others, I will go and do something like punch a pillow, scream into a pillow, because sometimes that's all you need. Because if you bottle it up, it gets worse. And what happens? Your body gets tense. Your body is fantastic at tensing up, but it doesn't know how to relax. So if you have to teach it how, that's why you stretch and, you know, do meditation and things like that. But that builds up. So if you've been doing that for a long period of time, your body's carrying all of that. So what I do is I do something like that. Or I'll go, I'm very physical. So if I can get it out physically, I'll do it. But not to another person, or, I mean, that's obviously common sense. But if you get it out of you, you take off the charge. Because a lot of times you're just so riled up. And the thing is, with a negative emotion, okay, think of it like this. So with happy emotions, right, say something really funny happens and you're falling down laughing to the point that you're crying. So it's on this wave. So you're laughing, and you're like crying with tears. And then eventually it's like, oh, I'm exhausted. It's this wave. And with negative emotions, what happens with people, most people, is they're on this wave and they're like, "Arr!" And say it's anger, which is a big one, it's stuck. See, all you have to do is get past that wave, like, and then you wait, and then the charge drops. And if you can go there and just let it out, because all emotions are energy pockets. And if you can let it out, then it's like, wow, okay, I think I can be more calm now. I don't have to go yelling at someone, go say something I don't want to say, or I'll regret later, you know, things that can be destructive. Because negative emotions aren't bad. It's the buildup of them and not using them correctly that's very harmful for you. So that's one of the things I do. And what I did the other day, I went to the spa I needed just some time to just be quiet, and I like quiet. And it was this quiet, or this small little spa, and I worked in a spa for 14 years. I'm very into spa etiquette. There's spa voices. There's just things that are common courtesy when you visit a spa, as you would do a golf course. There's certain things that have proper etiquette. And just the way that this place was built, when people were in the jacuzzi, it was like an echo chamber, like around the entire spa. So you couldn't escape the sound. And all I wanted was quiet. So I went upstairs and I'm like, I just asked nicely. I'm like, I know they're having fun, but would you mind having them do spa voices? And she's like, oh, I totally understand. So that took care of that. But then it was really hot the other day, and people were just having a wave of people coming from the pool area heading to the spa. Probably obviously not aware of spa etiquette. And it just was even worse. Like, I got rid of the first problem, but it just built up, and I was just, oh my gosh, I'm coming to the spa to relax. And I can't escape noise anywhere. Like, no place was quiet. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I went into the steam room. I was the only one in there. And I'm like, all right. So I'm just yelling what's coming. No one could hear me because they're all yelling anyway. So I'm like, well, I'm going to use this as an opportunity because I'm stressed out at the spa. This is not good. I'm not going to go and yell at someone because I know they don't know what they're doing isn't proper etiquette. That's not my job. So I just screamed as loud as I could in the steam room because it was an opportunity. I was in a safe space and I allowed it out. And then after that, my charge went down.